Hey guys, thanks for joining me for another Dokkan Battle video, and today we're going to talk about Golden Week. So we did get some information over the weekend on Golden Week. In particular, that I seriously did tweet out an image of Super Saiyan 3 Goku, which means Super Saiyan 3 Goku will be one of the Golden Week dual Dokkanfest units. Now, being that it's Super Saiyan 3 Goku, we've been getting a lot of those lately, but I think what most people have been agreeing on is that it will probably be a Super Saiyan 3 Goku Angel, which actually we don't really have a good one of those in the game right now, and it's not a commonly named unit. So even though it might seem repetitive to be another Super Saiyan 3 Goku, being that it's a unique name to actually link up with all of the good Super Saiyan 3 Gokus is actually a good thing, right? I think what a lot of people are saying is that it's going to be Super Saiyan 3 Goku and Fat Buu, which I would be down for that because I think both of those named characters don't really have great named characters in the game. I think the generic Fat Buu, they call him Buu Good, which there is one good version of that, I think. Well, there's Buu Good and then there's Mr. Buu, right? So we have a really good Mr. Buu in terms of a World Tournament unit that has easy aid, but I think that's only on JP. I don't think we've gotten that one yet. So any new Mr. Boos would be good, but this one would be called Majin Buu Good, which I think that named character we could actually use, right? Right now, the only Buu Good we have that I think that was decent was the Dokkanfest one that transforms. So we will see, but I feel like if it's those two, that would be fine. So what I want the focus of this video to be is what kind of EZAs could we see, right? The other thing I will mention too is that what I have up on the screen, I mean, there's no reason it couldn't just be Super Saiyan 3 Goku and Kid Buu again, but I mean, they've literally done that exact dual Dokkanfest, so probably not, but, you know, don't be surprised if they do. But yeah, I think the Angel Super Saiyan 3 Goku and Fat Buu is probably most likely, right? So let's talk about EZAs, and I've kind of split the EZAs into three categories, and I really did try to highlight any unit that I think is a possibility. So just know that some of the units on my list are still probably not likely, but I just wanted to have them as a conversation piece. So I split it up into who I think super EZAs could be, Dokkanfest EZAs, and then just the rest of the EZAs, which would be LRs, free-to-plays, or banner units, right? So let's go ahead and take a look at my teams here. So if we go into team, I just basically did, character list. I did it as a tag, right? So we'll go into my tags here. So let's start with super EZAs. So I think the most likely options are going to be either physical Kid Buu or this Buuhan, right? Because they're both extremely old. And if we do get a Dokkanfest Buu of some kind, which I think is highly likely, the Buu team, Majin Power, still needs more help. And I think one of the goals of this celebration should be to give that team more help, especially if one of the leaders is going to be that. And I think the goal, what they've been showing with Super Easy is I think initially they said they were going to do them in chronological order, but they very quickly broke that with Tech Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks. So now what I think they've shown is they are going to match the celebration. So I think technically Buuhan is older than Kid Buu. Yes, I believe so. So slightly more likely to be him, but the Kid Buu as a support unit would be really crazy. He has a really good sticker too, by the way. So I think those are the two most likely. Obviously, Ultimate Gohan here being an older unit could definitely work. The only reason why I wouldn't want it to be him right now is because Ultimate Gohan has kind of a wonky link set. He's probably not going to link very well with like the Super Saiyan 3 Goku, and I would want whatever units to EZA or Super EZA to like really work well with certain units. I think Ultimate Gohan, I think this would be a much better Super EZA for, say, a celebration that maybe they did like an Ultimate Gohan versus like a Buuhan versus like a Bootanks or something. I think something like that would be better. And then if there were, say, a new Ultimate Gohan that we could link with this guy, that might be a little bit better. But being that it's probably going to be Buu Saga themed, right? Like I think this guy's definitely on the table, right? I think he's old enough and definitely on the table. So I'd say my preference would be one of the Boos. Now, I do have kind of a long shot Super EZA, which would be this AGL Majin Vegeta. Now, the reason why this guy's a long shot, even though they've said that LRs are going to get Super EZAs, they haven't done one yet. But technically, this guy is one of the oldest yellow coin LRs in the game. So at some point, they're going to have to break the seal on doing a Super EZA on an LR. And I think this guy actually could work, especially based on other units that could EZA. I think Majin Vegeta could definitely end up being a part of the celebration. And don't forget, there's going to be a Part 2 LR. I wouldn't be surprised if they just did another Majin Vegeta LR. Although I think what a lot of people would want would probably be like an LR Kid Buu. But if they went the Majin Vegeta route, I wouldn't be surprised. So I think this guy getting a super EZA definitely wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't be my most likely pick, right? But I think would not surprise me. I think the only yellow coin LR older than this guy is the Int Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, right? I believe they were the first 2 yellow coin LRs. So yeah, I think, and I haven't really heard people talk about this guy much in terms of a super easy option, but I definitely think he's there. The other thing with this guy too, he was a little wonky because he has like a Bulma and a Trunks requirement, and the Bulma requirement was terrible. But now with LR STR Bulma, like that's realistic to get a Bulma, and he needs Trunks Kid, which right now I don't think there's any Trunks Kid that's good enough to run. But one of my top picks for EZA would actually be a Trunks Kid that would actually blow this guy up and make him really nice. So we will take a look at that. But yeah, ultimately, I think it is going to be one of these boos. It's going to be Physical Boo, or probably the Int Boo is my highest chance to Super EZA, right? Let's go to Dokkanfest. So these are the Dokkanfest I think could EZA. I think the most likely, and this is what a lot of people are predicting, but this exchange boo, I think for a boo team to like really get what they need, I think this guy getting his EZA would be like almost a must. I think it would be this unit too is so good for the Majin Power team, because being that it is a unit with multiple transformations, he's going to link with everybody, and he's got an exchange name. So like in every form, he is always going to link, even if he's the same form as what you're linking with, right? So this is a Boo Good that turns into a Boo Pure Evil. Either of those. So like if let's say the Dokkanfest is a Boo Good, which I think what people want, this unit's going to link from turn 1 with it, because this unit has a different name. So I think because it's going to link with any Boo, I think that's going to be really important. And I think this unit has a potential to be very good, right? So, and remember, this guy can go all the way up to Super Boo and like get really crazy. So when he's Super Boo, he's still going to link with other Super Boos. When he's Boo Good, he's going to link with other Boo Goods. When he's Pure Evil, he's going to link with more Pure Evil Boos. So yeah, just I think a very important unit that I think probably will EZA. And then I think very highly likely that they do this guy, because this is an Angel Super Saiyan 2 Goku that's going to transform into Super Saiyan 3 Angel Goku, which would be a ridiculously perfect linking partner for the new Dokkanfest Super Saiyan 3 Angel Goku. So I think it's almost a guarantee that this guy would EZA. And this guy's kind of a pairing unit with this Majin Vegeta, so odds are they would just EZA together. So if this happened, we would definitely be getting more EZAs than last year, but they can definitely do that, right? So I don't see why, like, you know, these two maybe could EZA in part 1, and then maybe this guy EZAs in part 2, or they do the opposite. Maybe this guy EZAs in part 1, and then these guys in part 2. Because here's the thing, like, maybe part 1, they focus more on the Boo stuff, the EZA this guy there, and then let's say the part 2 LR does happen to be a Majin Vegeta, and then these two come along, and it's going to help out the Super Saiyan 3 Goku and then the new Majin Vegeta. I mean, there you go, right? So I think those are the highest likely ones, right? I have heard Tech Ultimate Gohan talked about. I don't know. I just feel like this isn't his time yet, but he's definitely old enough that he could. But I think they're still going to wait on him. Like, he's still good enough. He's actually still kind of usable. And I just don't think, like, once again, this is more like the Ultimate Gohan route where he's wonky link set. I don't think he's going to, as an EZA right now, I don't know that he's really going to be supporting the new Dokkanfest, right? And my prime thing that I want is I want all of the EZAs to support the teams and the Dokkanfest well by either linking with them or being good support units or whatever. So I feel like this Gohan just fits a different celebration. Like I said, if at some point, because we do need another Dokkanfest Ultimate Gohan from Buu Saga, I feel like we need that. So I'd say whenever that celebration rolls around, then you do the Int Ultimate Gohan Super EZA, and then you do this guy, right? So I think he's old enough, and definitely, I wouldn't be surprised. If they EZA'd him, I would not be surprised. I just think he's less likely, because I just feel like these Saiyans just fit the celebration better, right? Then super far off, like, shot, like, very unlikely, but I'm just throwing out Dokkanfest Videl, right? Like, now a character people haven't talked about for this celebration, but she's old enough that she could EZA, because I think she's around STR Kefla time. The celebration makes sense enough just that it's Buu Saga, but once again, Videl's not going to really do anything to help the new Dokkanfest, so I highly think it's unlikely. But the only situation where I think Dokkanfest Videl hits an EZA is if like part 2, for whatever reason, they do go more like a Great Saiyaman LR or something, or a new Great Saiyaman 1 and 2, or they, crazy as it sounds, an LR Videl, or maybe an LR Videl and Gohan, then she would actually make sense at that point. And in part 2, they definitely could take it like in a different direction of Buu Saga, and then Videl could actually make sense at that point. But as it stands right now, very unlikely, but I had to throw her out because she is a Buu Saga unit that is old enough to EZA. But like I said, probably we're looking at Exchange Buu and then this transforming Super Saiyan Goku and then Majin Vegeta unit, right? I think that's probably what's going to happen there. And then let's look at regular EZAs. A lot of options here, right? Like Buu Saga is kind of filled with a lot of stuff. In terms of free-to-play LRs, I think this is the most likely. This is a Prime Battle LR that is actually due up for an EZA. So actually, very highly likely, I would say in terms of free-to-play EZAs, this one. And what is it? I actually think this Goku would be the most likely free-to-play EZAs to happen. This Super Saiyan 3 Angel Goku is one of the oldest units in the game based on his origin. So if we look at his growth here, he's back from like the super old event where you get this Angel Goku. And I believe when you originally grinded him up, it was actually just like a tech R Goku that eventually like Dokkan awakens like 3 times. It's crazy. But it's from like one of the oldest free-to-play story events in the game's history. So I think it would actually be a really cool time for him to get it. But yeah, he started, let me see, can I go back even farther? Yeah, look at this, look at this. So he started out as a Tech R Goku. Then he awakened, and this is a very unique thing that this game, I don't think, this may be the only time it's ever happened where it actually changes typing on an awakening. It went from Tech to AGL, like they don't do that, right? So it went to an AGL Angel Goku, and then went back to like a Frieza Saga Super Saiyan Goku that was Tech. Like this unit's all over the place, right? Because like, I don't know, this R Goku, I don't know what saga this is. It's probably like, it looks like a really old Goku, right? This is probably like a Saiyan Saga Goku, right? And then he awakens into an Angel Goku, which I think this is also probably, I don't know, is this Buu Saga? Hold on, does he have? Oh, this is an Android Cell Saga. I guess I can look at it, right? Hold on, let me check the first Goku. What are you from? We can look at your categories. Just no saga, so it's not Saiyan Saga. It's nothing. It doesn't have a saga. Okay, so this is just some random old Goku. But then they're going to give us Android Cell Saga here on this Goku. Then we're going to go into, this is clearly the Namek Saga Frieza, or Goku, right? So let's see. They don't, okay, so they don't give him Namek Saga, but this is clearly Goku that fights Frieza. So it's like kind of going back in time. Then he awakens again into an Angel Super Saiyan Goku, which this I'm guessing would be Buu Saga. Yeah, now he's Buu Saga, right? And then he finally goes into the Super Saiyan 3 Goku here, which is obviously going to be Buu Saga, right? So, a very unique unit, right? And you can tell, like, older Dokkan kind of had less rules with that stuff, and they weren't as consistent. Nowadays, if a unit dropped, they're going to be in the same saga the whole way through, right? All the categories are going to match the categories of the unit throughout the whole transformation, even if, like, so an example would be is like, let's say this was a Goku that awakened into a Goku and Vegeta, or let's say this was a Goku that awakened into like a Goku and Gohan unit, right? Well, the part that was just Goku would not be on Pure Saiyans because it awakens into a unit that isn't that. So that's kind of the rule they follow now. But these old units, you can see like the categories are changing with every single one. Even the typing changes, kind of crazy. But I think this is the highest likely unit to get an EZA for a free-to-play unit, okay? Back to LRs. I mean, this is an LR that could happen, but I think they're a little bit newer, so probably not going to EZA. And actually, what was this unit? I think this unit is from Battlefield, right? So, I mean, technically not impossible, but I feel like they're a little too new for that, but I think the Prime Battle one is, like, really highly likely, right? Now, some other units here. We've got, like, this Gohan. I mean, definitely could get it. And this guy is a Buu Saga support. So, he could definitely get it. And then this Tien is a Buu Saga support. I like him as a possible EZA option. The two EZAs I'm anticipating the most, and would really make sense with, like, all the Gotenkses and stuff we've been getting, it's this Trunks here. And then we have a Kid Goten. Where's the Kid Goten? He should be on here. Oh, there he is. So it's the Tech Trunks and the Int Goten. And if they EZA, they would for sure EZA together. They're like a pairing, right? But the reason why I'm so intrigued by these guys is their damage reduction units, and they're built in right now 70% damage reduction. So these guys getting an EZA would be absolutely incredible because they're instantly going to help any team they can be on. Because with their EZA, they're going to give them good stats and good numbers, and then 70% damage reduction, just like straight up, they're going to be incredible. So whenever their EZAs come, I hope it's now. I definitely think it could be their time, right? We definitely have some notable Boo units we could be looking at. So like Boo Piccolo here. The thing with him, this guy was part of the physical LR Boos celebration, the LR Buhan. He was the banner unit for LR Buhan. And LR Buhan has had his EZA on JP. We're going to get it coming up into anniversary here. So this guy definitely is an option to EZA. The thing that I've always not liked about him is that he's a power absorption support unit. And the problem is power absorption actually misses quite a few Boo units. So with his EZA, I think the easiest way to fix him is just make him power absorption or Majin power. Just add the Majin power category to his buffs. And then I think you're good to go. You're golden. And then this guy is going to be looking really, really good, right? So, okay, hold on, guys. My window's open. There's all kinds of noise coming out. Give me 1 second. Okay. Sorry about that. I had my window open because it's really hot, but then all of a sudden, all the noise just decided to start happening right outside my house. So hopefully you didn't catch too much of that, but it should be a lot better now. But anyways, once again, back to this plethora of EZAs. Now, an interesting way they could go with it too. Well, let's get back to Boo units. I was talking on Boo units. So yeah, I think this Boo Piccolo would be very good. This guy, I think, does Boo Tanks, I think, has a very good chance. This is just like a banner unit Boo Tanks. Definitely could get it. I think this guy obviously could get it. This guy could be very interesting as well, being that he's an orb changer. And I think if they add maybe like some support onto this guy, could be very good, right? And his name is Majin Buu Good, so you'd have the same name as the new Dokkanfest if that's what we're actually getting. But I don't think it would be a problem in this instance because this guy would obviously be a floater. So that's why I'd really like to see maybe some support on this guy. But I think he would definitely be a great option in terms of a Boo unit. And then for other Boo units, they kind of have a plethora of like summonable SRs that have had Dokkan Awakenings. Or I would just say Awakenings. So while I think it's possible, they're going to be highly unlikely because I don't believe Dokkan has ever done an EZA for like an SR banner unit. They've done EZAs for SRs, but they're usually like free to play ones you grind up. But for a banner, like a summonable SR, I don't know has ever gotten an EZA. So this guy, there's this Kid Buu that comes from a summonable SR. We've got this Boo Tanks that comes from a summonable SR. And then we have this Boo Piccolo that comes from a summonable SR. So if they were ever going to do it for the first time, I mean, this would be a good celebration to do it because they have a lot of options. And then we also have an Int and a Go Tanks that are from summonable SRs as well. So a lot of options for that if they wanted to go that route. And then we've got Great Saiyaman 2, Great Saiyaman 1, another Great Saiyaman 2. These also come from summonable SRs. So once again, I would say the Saiyamans are super unlikely even if they do summonable SRs, because if they do, they're going to hit up all these Boos and the Gotenkses. The thing that would be kind of cool, oh, and then we also got this Evil Boo as well, right? So like another summonable SR that got an Awakening. And what I mean by Awakening is they get an actual like Dokkan Awakening, right? Yeah, it's considered a Dokkan Awakening, but they still are only level 100. So they would have to get a second Dokkan Awakening to 120 and then an EZA. Now, the other option is they could, because these SRs are kind of unprecedented, they could just give them a Dokkan Awakening to 120, and they have done that before. There is a God Goku that they've done that with. That's the only one I believe they've done it. He starts out as physical Super Saiyan Goku, and then awakens all the way into a God Goku, and it's level 120. He hasn't ever been very good, but it was at least a 120 Awakening. Obviously, with these, they could make them good. So that could be a way, just because there's so many of these SRs, they could like not EZA them, but just give them all level 120s and actually make them solid. I think that would actually be really cool if they did that. Now, there's another kind of set of units that I'm not really sure if they would hit on this celebration, but the Buu Saga has like these Kai units, right? So we've got Supreme Kai and Kibito, which actually on release was a very good unit, and I think they could be impactful as like a support type unit if they gave them a little bit of support. Because right now they don't have support, but they've got some good defensive tech in their kit. They have an exchange mechanic that you can use at any time. So they could be interesting. And then what we have is we've got this AGL West Kai. Now, the reason why I think it's probably unlikely is because this is like a Realm of God support. So easying this unit now doesn't make any sense because there's no big time Realm of Gods units about. So even though this is technically a Buu Saga unit, I think their easying makes way more sense during a Realm of God celebration. Which is probably likely when they would do these other ones. And then we've got, for free-to-play, we've actually got this Grand Supreme Kai, who's never, like, I think this is the only card that they've had, right, in the game. This is a Baba Shop unit. So this is a unit that could get an Awakening in EZA. If they decide to go the route and do stuff with the Kais, I mean, they definitely could be up for it. And then there is a free-to-play West Supreme Kai that is STR. Once again, this would probably come during more of a Realm of Gods type of celebration, but I wanted to mention them because they are technically Buu Saga, right? Another unit I haven't heard people talk about is Int Hercule. Int Hercule is a unit that I think easying right now actually would make sense, even though he's not going to like link crazy with either of the units. He's just like going to be a defensive god and would help the teams by giving them potentially a slot 1 unit that they could just run, right? Or I think this guy would be quite easy enough to just give him a support passive, because right now he's all just about evading and damage reduction. He's got like the 2 best defensive techs in the game. So if you just throw support on this guy, maybe give him, I could see this unit having a scouter maybe, a lot of things they could do, but Int Hercule could be a very impactful unit for a Buu Saga team. Another free-to-play guy is this Spirit Bomb Goku. Definitely could EZA him. He was kind of like a login unit, so I don't know. They haven't really ever EZA'd a login unit before, so still probably unlikely there. This guy just another, well, this guy's more movie hero support, isn't he? Yeah, so this Teen Gohan, they did this weird thing where, like, they let, like, what is it? I think the first Broly movie and Buu Saga, like, overlap. So, like, because this guy's going to be on Movie Heroes and Buu Saga, which doesn't make any sense. They did do this with a few units. So, actually, I would say this guy's less likely because he's more Movie Hero support, which isn't really the celebration. So, I'm throwing him out there because he's Buu Saga, but I would say far more likely that would be this Gohan because this is actually a Buu Saga support unit, right? I think that pretty much hits them all. Let me just make sure. Oh, I didn't talk about this, but this Goten, less likely, he is a Gifted Warrior support. This guy was on Vidal's banner. So unless, like, if Vidal got a very surprised EZA, then this Goten maybe. This Goten, I mean, we have seen banner units get EZA'd before their Dokkanfest that they were on before. It's been very rare, but we've seen it. So technically not off the table, but I would say one of the least likely options. And being Gifted Warriors, I mean, Gifted Warriors would hit some of the units, because I believe Majin Vegeta's Gifted Warriors. I don't know if Super Saiyan 3 Goku is. I would have to double check that, but I know Majin Vegeta is, Vidal is, right? Some of these Buu Saga units definitely get hit there. Gotenks, I believe, would fit that. So it makes enough sense on the support, but because he's Vidal's banner unit, probably very unlikely. So yeah, a lot of units I just threw out there. So what I want to do to finish off is to just give my official prediction as to what I think is going to happen. So let's go back to Super EZAs. I mean, man, if they're only going to do one, like literally they're only going to do one Super EZA, right? Like up until this point, they've never done two. So assuming they're going to do one, as much as I want it to be physical Kid Buu, I actually think it's going to be Buuhan. I think it's going to be Buuhan because he's older. So my prediction is going to be Buuhan for Super EZA. For Dokkanfest EZA, I think they are going to be really nice and give us 3. So I think they're going to do this Exchange Buu in one of the parts. And then the other part is going to be the Goku Vegeta combo. So I think that's going to be the Dokkanfest. And then for just any other EZAs, I think this guy's going to be a free-to-play EZA, the Buu Babidi. And I think the Super 3 Angel Goku are going to be the 2 free-to-play EZAs, and I'm going to predict, like, for sure. And then for Summonable, this is where it gets a little bit tougher for just, like, other units that I think. But I think just because I want it so bad, I think they're gonna do. I think they're gonna do the Kid Trunks and the Kid Goten. That's what I want the most. I know there are like other units that make way more sense, like the physical Boo and stuff like that, or even Boo Piccolo. But I'm gonna go with these guys because I think these guys are gonna be so epic. They've been doing a ton of Gotenk stuff lately, so I think that would be a nice way to fit them in. And dude, they would work so good on a Gotenks team. So, anyways, guys, let me know what you guys think are gonna be the easy A's. Let me know if you're hyped for this. Let me know if you think I missed any like really big ones or obvious ones, or maybe there's like a non-Boo saga. Oh yeah, there's one more I gotta throw out. Sorry, I forgot to put him in here. But for Dokkanfest, there is one non-Boo saga that I wanted to throw out that people have been talking about, which is the Super Saiyan 3 STR Vegeta. Now the reason why he could be thrown in here is he's an oddball unit, right? He's kind of a what if unit. Like Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta never appeared in Dragon Ball Z. I think he was maybe in the manga only, so maybe it was like a manga one or something like that, or it's from a movie, but I think it's from the manga. So Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta could work. He's just not in any saga. And actually, let me check him. Let me actually check him character list. Let me just throw him up since I'm talking about him, right? So let's just go to no sorting here, and let's look at the Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta. I definitely think he has a shot. I just think the other ones just make like way more sense. So here, let's go back into Super Saiyan 3. This guy right here. This guy would be on the conversation for Super Easy A because he is a Dokkanfest. I think sometimes we forget because he's so old. But yeah, this guy needs to be in the conversation for Super Easy A, right? Let me see what did they give him a saga at all? No, they didn't, which makes sense. Yeah, he's on crossover, right? So he's like a what if crossover unit. But because Super Saiyan 3 has been so strong lately, right? All the Super Saiyan 3 Gokus, Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks, now getting another Super Saiyan 3 Angel Goku. This guy would make all the sense in the world just as a Super Saiyan 3 unit. So I think this guy is actually pretty high up there for Super Easy A, but I do think one of the Boos is going to beat him out. So yeah, you guys let me know what you think is going to happen. Thanks for watching. We'll catch y'all on the next one.